Let me start with, I'm a big fan of the NHS. I think they do a fantastic job when it comes to cancer, heart attack, stroke. But what I want to quickly share with you is lots of people borrow stories when they do videos like this. I want to tell you my story from last year. So last February we were on holiday with the family, our first family holiday for a long time with all our kids, all the grandkids, and my wife started to develop a pain in the back. Being a typical British soldier, she carried on regardless, as acted as if there was nothing there. I could see she was in pain, but she carried on as normal. By about July, she was in absolute agony. She was struggling to sleep. We spoke to the doctor and we were put on a waiting list to go and see a specialist, and who knows what happened. But I made our business do something a couple of years ago that was tax efficient for the business, but also provided protection for our team and their partners, which meant Gail could go and see a private consultant, and it turned out she had a bulging disc pinching on a sciatic nerve. How she'd gone on so long, I do not know. The great news was within a couple of weeks she'd seen the consultant, they'd tried one thing, it hadn't worked, next thing you know she was on the operating table. That pain of going through that and getting that done still caused us problems as a family in terms of getting the kids around, carrying on as normal, and it potentially would have gone on for a long time if we'd have been stuck in the NHS system. But having that thing in place that we'd done was fantastic. It meant that, yes, we had to cancel a few trips. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go to Texas and speak at the conference I was due to speak at, but having it in place and getting that process done meant that she was back to normal much quicker. She's now thankfully pretty much fully recovered. There's still a pain because it does take time when you're messing with the back, but thankfully she's back to one piece and we're back to normal, and we only lost a small period of time and it could have been a lot worse, and she could have had to struggle for a lot longer. Then on the same situation, come the autumn last year, I suddenly developed a pain in my knee. Again, managed to get in, see someone, and I was back to normal within a couple of weeks. So delighted that we'd taken out the human insurance in the business to make sure that we had that get me back to work. I didn't have to lose any time off work, bar a couple of hours here or there, nipping off to see specialists and physios and things like that. So I would suggest any business owner, any individual where the family rely on the income that you bring in, rely on the work you do, if you've got no sick pay with work, please come and speak to Penguin or whoever you use to just have a chat about what you can do. That's a tax efficient way of making sure that if something goes wrong, whether it's knees, hips, back, eyes, mental health, whatever it might be, there's something that means that you don't have to rely on the good old NHS. They are fantastic with a lot of things, but some, they just haven't got the resource, and you can blame who you like. Come and have a chat with someone at Penguin or your own advisor about what you can do to make sure that if something goes wrong for you or your family, or your employees, sometimes more importantly, you don't lose people for too long while they wait for follow-ups, operations, whatever it might be. Best thing we ever did. Would strongly encourage anyone to come and have a chat with us or get this sorted for yourselves. Thank you for watching.